Welcome to my channel. Today I'm making an unboxing and review of the Bluetti AC2A Power Station. They also call this a solar generator, which is not really correct because it doesn't generate anything. It's simply a big battery pack that allows you to transform the battery power to 220 volt or to use it with USB or directly with 12 volt. This power station comes in a very nice box. Actually, there is a second box tied around it, so it's really very well packed. There's foam inside, which allows for safe transport and is useful to store the power station. But it's not necessarily useful when you go camping, because if there's a little something red, if you put it in the grass, the cardboard box will not last for long. That's why I built this wooden box here for storing and for transporting my power bank. I used the foam inserts from the original packing. So it is well bedded, and this comes off top with all the accessories and cables. And it gives me a nice way to transport my power station when I go camping. Even if I say it's an unpacking video, I actually bought this power station several weeks ago, and I use it every night because when I sleep, I need to have a medical device put on an all-night CPAP respirator, and that's what I use it for. Anyway, this is not only a power station, it's also an UPS, an uninterrupted power supply. What you can do, you can connect it to the power. Big blur. Yeah, if I get this cable out, you can connect it to the power. It works on normal 220 volt, and if there's a brownout, it switches automatically without interruption to the 12 volt. This way, if we have a brownout, which happens quite often here in the province, I can continue sleeping without being woken up by the brownout. So, to show you the machine on the side here, as I showed, there is a way to connect the power cable to charge it to 220 volt. Normally, this power cable comes with the 3-pole, but here I bought another one with 2 poles because most outlets in the Philippines have only 2 poles. If you want to use the one with 3 poles and your outlets have only 2 poles, normally what I do, I buy with the hexa, I cut off the 3rd pole, which is useless. It works, but then of course, if ever you want to have a grounded connection, it will not work anymore. Here in front, we have 2 outlets for 220 volt. You can connect a maximum of 300 watt. 300 watt is this, a small fan, a laptop, small devices, charging your USB devices, whatever. Then it has 2 USB outlets and 1 USB-C. You can connect the USB-C to USB-C cable. I don't really know what for, probably to charge a laptop. And if you use it for other USB devices, it will probably be a faster charger. Then it has this 12 volt outlet, which is a car outlet, the same you have in the car. you can connect any 12-volt appliance directly. And here it has an input where you can connect a solar panel. It comes with the necessary cable. This is the cable for solar charging. Here, the one with the yellow connects to the machine, and this is the normal standard connector for solar panels. The problem is, if your solar panel, like the one I have here, don't have this connector, you have to make your own cable with the same connector, and I can tell you it's not easy to find those connectors. I went through all the appropriate shops here in Dumaguete. I couldn't find it. I had to order it from Lazada, and it came from China, and it took 3 weeks. When it came, it's possible. These are typical battery connectors, for example, used in electric bicycles. I have a car starter with the battery, also uses this, things like this. There are actually 2 sizes of this yellow connector. This power station needs the smaller one. By the way, the solar panel that I showed, it is sold, it's cheap, it's sold as a 200-watt panel, but this is a scam. It actually produces only about 10 watts, which of course is not enough to recharge this power pack during the day. Even less if there's a little cloudy day. So if you want a solar panel that goes, you have to buy a real one. I ordered one. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It also comes with this cable. This allows you to connect 12-volt devices with the typical 12-volt connector. There are different sizes. You can have this kind of plugs. I use this for my medical device when I'm camping. It works directly with 12-volt. In my experience, the best with the power bank, best way of use a power bank like this is to connect as much as possible devices that run on 12-volt, because then it uses directly the power of the battery to run the device. If you connect something with 220 volt, it has to transform the power from 12 volt to 220 volt. And this transformation in itself uses quite a lot of power. So don't underestimate this. It will shorten the life, the usefulness of a fully charged power station. Now, it also comes, I forgot to mention, it comes with an app. You can have an app, you can download it on the phone. It's a very nice app. It allows you to operate the power station. It's connected by Bluetooth. You can switch on and off the AC or DC. You see the display, by the way. It's a very nice display with all the information that you need. You can switch on AC, alternative current, meaning this 220 volt outlets, or DC, which will operate these USB connections or the big car plug connector. So to the app, you can make all the settings from the app, settings that you can't do here on the power station, which is very useful. Nowadays, more and more electronic devices come with an app. I have even a microwave that comes with an app. So why not? It's nice as long as your phone has power, but if you use the charge, then you can't change the settings, which is not a problem, because what I found out, I make those settings once and then I leave. Now, what are the advantages? It's well built, it's compact, it's small, it's a little heavy, but every power station with a lot of battery is heavy. It has an app. It's really very nice. The display is fantastic. It gives you all the information, how much power comes in. This is the way I tested the solar panel. I realized only 10 watt came in, even in the sun. How much power you're using, you can compare different devices, plug them in and see how much power they use. and it shows you when it's charging. And as you can see, the screen goes off after a few minutes to save power. There are two major disadvantages. This power station, as it is sold, is supposed to have about 200 plus ampere hour. I have another power bank like this, a Chinese one, no name, that has only 100 ampere hour, but the one with 100 ampere hour lasts at least 2 times as long with the same device than this one. So I suppose these 200 plus ampere hours are exaggerated. Or maybe simply my other Chinese is underrated and has more than the 100 ampere hours that is indicated. Frankly, I bought this power bank only because it came with a very, very, very good discount. Otherwise, I wouldn't have afforded it. The other disadvantage when you connect the cable to charge with 220 volt, it is very, very sensitive on voltage fluctuations. Here in the province, the voltage fluctuates between 180, and 240 volt, very big fluctuations, and this machine is very, very sensitive. You can make a setting through the app that is supposed to be more efficient, meaning even if the power fluctuates a little, the voltage, it should still charge. But as soon as the difference of the voltage is a little bigger, then it will not charge anymore. It happens to me that I wake up in the morning, there was no brownout, and the display shows only like 60%. It was connected to the power the whole night, so it should be 100%, but it wasn't able to charge during the night. Also for charging, it has 2 positions. You can have the slow position, which is perfectly silent, or you can have the fast charging position, which operates the fan. I must say this fan is very, very silent, so even with the fan on, it doesn't disturb me. My ceiling fan in our bedroom makes more noise, and it charges faster. If you switch off the fan, then the charge is really slow. If there is no voltage fluctuations, it charges in about 2 hours full, which is also an advantage. So far, my review of this Bluetti power station. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope to see you again on my channel.